Hello everyone, and welcome to this month's edition of The Benchmark, which is to talk about agricultural volatility and risk. I'm Peter Storey, I'm the head of prices for food and agricultural commodities. I'm joined by Estela Cuesta, who's the head of food and agricultural commodities market reporting team. How are you doing, Estela?
Hello, Peter. All good? Yeah, thank you. How are you?
Oh yes, all very well, thank you. So, a very big topic that we've been covering this year, of course, has been tariffs. They've been the main talking point, arguably. Not just in agriculture, but in so many other commodities. Now, your main focus in market reporting is on juices and canned products. Mm-hmm. So for those specific areas, how are you finding tariffs affecting the markets?
So the impact on the processed food commodities overall regarding tariffs has been and is being wild and very, very big. Latest developments, we see the Washington-Beijing talks taking place in mid-October, late October, as we are now. Nothing has been concluded yet, but this will definitely mark the season for many canned fruit commodities, let's say canned peaches, canned pears, any canned fruit, and apple and juices as well. Apple juice is the main commodity exporting from China to the US. So everyone is looking at those talks at the moment. The current reciprocal tariff on China is 100%. The expectation is softening, but we will see. Then important developments as well in Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, also Malaysia and Cambodia. The agreements between the US and Malaysia and Cambodia have been finalized, and this is super important for US exporters rather than importers because it opens up these markets. This has been the agreement, the deal between the US and those two countries. And especially important among the processed food commodities is for meat, the meat sector, and specifically the pork sector. Because, at the moment, I believe there are a few US exporters that who can access this market. It's a very fast growing market and they have this restriction. But with this deal, it opens up to many of them. Okay. So this is very important. Also looking at Vietnam, very important for coffee. Vietnam is the world supplier of Robusta coffee. Of course, the US is a main market for this product. The current tariff is 20%. The current US reciprocal tariff is 20% on Vietnamese coffee. And well, the deal hasn't been finalized, but yeah, the expectation is
we're heading in that direction.
Yes, exactly. Yes. You were asking specifically for juices, and yes, tariffs has been a big impact for the Southeast Asian countries producing pineapple juice, one of the three main categories in juices, together with orange juice and apple juice. What is happening at the moment is that there are ongoing talks between the US and Thailand regarding the US reciprocal tariffs and the evolution of those. The expectation is that all these goods that are part of a specific annex in the agreement in which pineapple juice is included, as well as canned pineapple, they will likely be exempt from tariffs, being exported to the US. And this will be a game changer for Thailand in this case, as well for Vietnam.
How so?
Strongly, because they are strongly competing with other players in Southeast Asia, like Indonesia and the Philippines, also exporting to the US. So it
just gives that competitive edge, really.
100%. So we are looking at those markets, which is going to be super relevant in the next following months.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Stella. I should say as well that, we're talking at the tail end of October, and things do seem to be quite fast-paced in terms of tariff talks, so possibly by the time that people are watching this video at home or in the office, things might be quite different, but, things are, as we say, quite fast-paced, so we could see some quite promising developments on that in terms of tariff reduction in the coming weeks. So sticking with juices, it seems like we've been on a bit of a roller coaster ride with orange juice in the past couple of years. Prices spiked in the second half of 2023 and going into 2024, I think on the back of quite bad output in places like Brazil and the US, particularly in Florida.
Yeah.
But now it sort of seems like that's very much gotten a bit more bearish, I suppose, in that market. I mean, what was the latest there?
Yes, well, the latest is exactly the market is coming from skyrocketing prices, never seen before.
Really, like all-time highs, really.
Exactly, all-time highs. The market has been assuming those increases as it could, because it's been a very difficult situation, financial situation actually for many companies, and big bottles and small bottles as well. But now the situation is, after this huge increase in prices, the market has been looking at other alternatives, mainly because of these high prices came with a shortage, right? Yeah. This was the reason for it. And now there is an imbalance in the market, because we find, on one side, significant amounts of stocks still that haven't been sold yet because of the high prices. Not just stocks from Brazil, who are the largest supplier, but stocks from companies who have been purchasing during the past year. We see sluggish demand, mainly from the retail market, because of the high prices on orange juice have impacted retail sales as well. Consumers have different options, and we also see the new season that has started. Raw material prices are also high this time, so processors, especially in Brazil, some of them, or many of them actually, are not offering yet products because the market is not assuming those prices yet. As you said, actually, the demand is really, really, really slow, not activated yet.
So are prices still continuing to come down, and are they like back towards
there is
the
a
pre-spike
big
levels? Or
at the moment there is a big range, because it depends on each company's circumstances, and also in the quality of the product as well. If it's product from the previous season, it means that it's carryover, right? And the seller is probably, and they are actually doing that, they are offering pretty low price compared to the prices of product from the new season. So we have a very wide range at the moment, and there isn't any reference market price at the moment, I would say.
And are people trying to get rid of the old crop because of storage issues, or because really you can't keep the product for that long without it going bad?
The two reasons, right? Yeah, exactly. So the storage is actually a production cost, and that adds to the final price, and so it's not a positive thing to have.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks very much. And just sidestepping from orange juice to pineapple juice, it seems like it didn't go up quite at the same time, but pineapple juice was also really skyrocketed in 2024, and I guess parts of 2025 at least. So what's happening there, and what's the latest?
Yes, the situation is similar to the orange juice as well. I mean, we are talking about commodities. Food commodities, so again there was a shortage, and that's why prices started to increase significantly in the whole area of Southeast Asia, with Thailand as the key player for many years. Now, more recently, Philippines and Indonesia have taken over, kind of, but still Thailand is the one who is ruling the market prices. The situation right now is a little improvement, especially after Anuga, because of positive crop developments in the following months in Thailand. Just because of this, prices are seen to be softening slightly, but it is true that the shortage situation will remain across the three main origins, Thailand, the Philippines and Indonesia, since 2023. And in 2026, we see price stability, basically. Everyone is looking at demand as well, so it's all uncertain.
Okay, well, thanks very much, Stella. And lastly, you just mentioned Anuga. You were one of our reporters on the ground there earlier this month in October. For those who don't know at home, the Anuga Trade Fair is one of the largest, if not the largest, food and beverage trade fairs in the world, held every year. Well, sorry, every other year, I think I should say, in Cologne. So, what would you say were the main things that people were talking about in terms of like concerns for going into 2026? I mean, is there a lot of expectations for volatility, or is it a bit more nuanced?
No, definitely tariffs is the thing.
Of course,
it's impacting every single category within the food industry. And Anuga was actually the gathering to talk about tariffs and all this uncertainty that is affecting prices more than ever. So yeah, of course, climate change remains as a very hot topic, especially in what regards to crops evolution. But tariffs is the thing this year. Yeah.
And is it more the actual tariffs themselves, or even more just the uncertainty of what the situation will be in a couple of weeks' time, a couple of months' time?
Is the uncertainty is because the tariff situation has really changed the market behavior, and now any essential commodity that was essential 1 year ago is not essential anymore. So, and the market is adapting very well to this. It's very flexible, but still is the last minute decision to buy.
Yeah, I mean, it is quite a wild situation where you just don't have that certainty of if you buy something today and you take receipt of it 4 months from now, that the tariff situation will be the same. And maybe you bought from country A because of low tariffs and you ignored country B, but in 4 months' time maybe it's the complete opposite.
It's very complex, and supply chains, everything takes time to make decisions. So.
Exactly. And I mean, we talked about concerns from Anuga. Are there any sort of springs of hope that are coming from the trade fair? I think it's something that we don't often talk about in this on this video, but are there things that people are looking forward to in 2026?
Yes, of course. First of all, Anuga is the party of the food industry, right? It's the main gathering in the world, and the ambient in this Anuga, specifically in this edition, was pretty positive. Was a very nice atmosphere in there. I think it's because of all this adversity due to tariffs uncertainty and on the policy side, but also climate change on the crops side, is making the market and the companies, processors, being more innovative. The most innovative so far, I think. And organic is still a trend, but innovation in terms of blendings, in terms of new ingredients, in terms of how to save on pollution as well. These kind of topics, and I think is the future of the talks. In a positive way.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, crisis, for all the bad things, it does breed innovation. So great to see it. Well, thank you very much for your insights this month, Estela, and thank you everyone at home, on the commute, in the office, wherever you are, for tuning in today. Thank you.